listening to
We are yours, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive.
The Solo went berserk again. Solo came out dressing all like a G, black suit, little chain on. He wasn't in his regular Solo gear. So Solo came there with the business mindset, meeting with the Paul Heyman. Now, if he think he's going to step up the big tribal chief, he think I'm tribal chief now since Roman is gone. Paul Heyman, you work for me. Paul Heyman ain't going to go for that. First of all, Roman just wanted to make a movie. So Solo is stepping up as a leader now that Roman is gone. The bloodline looked a little fractured, and it's been fractured for a while. Since Jimmy left, honestly, since Jimmy, Jay, Solo, and Sammy. Sammy was the downfall, the beginning downfall of the bloodline. Shouldn't have been brought in anyway, and if he did, they should have jumped him in like they did in the gang. Roman starting to show his soft spot, allowing an intruder or colonizer into the mix. And that person started to not be able to handle the way the family handled tribal family affairs, because he was an honorary use. So he don't know how it goes. So he cracked under pressure, hit Roman. Make a long story short, Jay ended up following suit, and it was only Jimmy and Solo. Solo stayed loyal throughout the humiliation, throughout the pain, that little pain that he go through. He get ready to pin somebody, Roman stop him, and he takes the pin. He get ready to spike somebody, Roman stops him. He loses a match, tag team match for the world title with Solo, and he blames Solo. So Solo has been dealing with a lot, having a lot on his mind, keeping quiet. Came to do my job, that's it. My job is to be the enforcer. Now the tribal chief is gone. I'm still going to enforce, but I'm going to enforce as a tribal chief. Whether I'm interim tribal chief or I'm just holding the fort until the tribal chief is released, or so to speak, or is done with whatever he's doing. The problem is, we don't know which tribal chief he's under. A lot of us think that he is the new tribal chief. And I say, I beg to differ, because you can't be the tribal chief. What person going to put you in that position? You lost 30-something matches straight back to back. Obviously, win and loss do matter to you, because you a loser, dude. You haven't won in a while. You start off hot, undefeated, beat John Cena, but you're losing. You're a loser. And I guess that was his epiphany. I'm a loser, and I can't tolerate with me being a loser. We ain't got a room no more. I can't go in, we ain't got our own private space no more, because somebody dropped the ball. And the person who dropped the ball is Roman Reigns. And Jimmy too. I'm gonna have to get him, and if Roman was here, I'm gonna have to get him too. I guess that's what he's thinking. Solo is acting as the drug dealer's man on the street, so to speak. The Kingpin. The Kingpin is locked up, but he has one of his best lieutenants out, taking over for now, because eventually I'm going to give this business over to my loyal lieutenant. That's all I see Solo. I don't see Solo as no tribal chief. I don't see him as the head of the table. I don't care how many suits he put on, how many necklaces he put on, what kind of big car he come out of. You ain't making that kind of money, Solo. Stop. Roman got that kind of money. You ain't making that when you rent these big SUVs, buying these classic suits like you the tribal chief. You're not the tribal chief. And he can never be the tribal chief with a win-loss record like that. His job is to enforce, but he's going to make moves. Oh, I had to call my MFT. Marriage family therapist? I didn't even know you're married. No, my MFT, my family tree. Well, let's look at the family tree. I'm not going to bring it up right here. If you look over to the far right side of that tree, if the tree was face to face to you, I'm not doing John Cena. If you look to the far right of that tree, Tommy Tonga comes on a Haku, his adopted father, who is on the rock side. He's an islander, a real, not a Samoan, so to speak. He's an islander. That means he's mixed with some little Asian, might have a little Japanese in him. But again, he's adopted. He's not officially Haku's son. He's adopted, but the Rock mother wasn't officially Peter Maivia. She was adopted. But when it comes to adoption, when it comes to brotherhood and family, blood covenants, blood sacrifice, mixing the blood together is king in different tribes. That's how you become family. And when you do, you're family. Reverend Anoia was a reverend. He wasn't even really he wasn't a wrestler. Peter Maivia was the wrestler. Reverend Anoa'i's sons kept coming to the mansion trying to be a wrestler, and Peter took them under their wings. Sika and and Roman Reigns' father, Alpha and Sika. So he took them in, and as a result of him looking out for his children, they became blood brothers, so to speak. That's how that Anoa'i family tree. They call it the Anoa'i family tree. It should be the Anoa'i Maivia tree, because if it wasn't for Peter Maivia bringing them boys in, you wouldn't have this wrestling dynasty, so to speak. They probably would have found some way to wrestle, but not be guided through the system of wrestling because of Peter Maivia, The Rock's grandfather. The Fatus and the Anoa'i's on one side of the family, and on this side you got the Maivias, which has Jimmy Superfly Snuka, which has Haku in that mix. So he's more The Rock's MFT than he is Solo, who comes from the Fatu side of the family. All still one big family, but you got to understand the stronger connections in the family. The stronger connection in the family is with The Rock and his family, the Peter Maivia, where The Rock is a high chief, versus the Anoa'i's. Even Joe Anoa'i, which is Roman Reigns. So when he's speaking, I see him speaking on behalf of the tribal chief. That these are the words that the tribal chief is putting in his mouth. When he talks about, I had to destroy a brother to bring in another brother, that's tribal chief talk mixed with a little bit of him. That's why he brought in Tommy Tonga. Tommy Tonga is on the Rock side of the tree, the final boss side of the tree. He's way over there on the side. Yet he's still blood, he's still family. But for Solo to have that guy under his fingers don't make sense. He's under the fingers because somebody told him Solo is going to be leading the charge until I get back. And Solo is. And while Solo used to be the enforcer, the Solo, now he's the man that's running the show while Rock or Roman go out there and do their movie thing and everything. He's running the show. He has to get his own right-hand man, and that is where this man comes in. That is where Tommy Tonga come in. But more is coming. Now my question is, what side they going to be on? Jacob Fatu, the longest reigning MLW champion, over almost 700 days as champ. You see that red piece around his neck? A world champion, a winner. Why would they pick Solo to be the tribal chief and not say this is going to be the tribal chief? He's coming and he's going to be the interim tribal chief. Well, that hasn't been told yet. Jacob have signed, just like Tommy Tonga. And Jacob is on his way. He's been waiting for this all his life to be with his family and do the doggone thing. Waiting, salivating. And when he come, he going to do it big. Now, if it's not The Rock, if it's not the Roman, but it's one of those two calling the shots. Roman taking a long earned break in his condo, high-rise condo in Miami, chilling on the beach. But yet he's out there shooting movies. The Rock is out there shooting movies. Back on the beach in his home in Hawaii. Somebody's calling the shot. These are not Solo moves. Jacob is not going to be under Solo. When Jacob and Solo was tag team, he outshined Solo. He was the belle of the ball. He was the one in charge. He's the one the company was pulling to groom into being a mega star while Solo was in NXT. He's the one with the charisma. He is the one with the energy and the power and ability to defeat some of your greatest champions, including Cody Rhodes. Jacob Fatu is, because he's been there and done that. 600 days ain't no slouch. You put the winner, the one who's bringing in the gold and the money, you put him up front. Solo ain't bringing in jack. So sure, yeah, there's a bloodline. There's going to be two bloodlines, one for The Rock, one for Roman. Now, Roman looked like Fatu, Tommy Tonga, his brother may be coming by then, and Solo. Solo ain't got to say much. He can have Paul Heyman speak for him if he want to make things shine for him even more. But Paul is a little nervous. But my whole point is this. There's two bloodlines. And in my opinion, at the end of the day, when they have their final battle for superiority and supreme and sitting at the throne, so to speak, when that battle is done, everybody need to come together as one. Can you imagine? All of them come together as one, not letting nobody divide them like they do in my neighborhood every day. People come in here and start manipulating my community all the time, dividing us. Together we stand, divided we conquer. Together they can run WWE. It's going to be a slow burn. I really believe it's The Rock calling the shots, the final boss calling the shot, and he hired these guys to come in. These guys should have been the henchmen that should have took down Cody before WrestleMania. That's what I was predicting. Y'all still can have that match, Roman. What you talking about? Just hire Jacob Fatu to take Cody out of the picture. That's my pitch. It's easy. It's easy. I don't buy Solo as a tribal chief. I don't see any evidence of him being tribal chief. Oh, because he stepped up to the plate, started talking after he got epiphany that wins and loss matter. After the light bulb came on, after he lose, him being a street general for the final boss, making those moves on behalf of the final boss, counseling with the final boss all the time, that makes more perfect than anything. Jacob Fatu being the main person. Anyway, who the new Bloodline leader is Solo Sikoa? I don't think so. And even if it was, it's bad booking. You got this man right here. A savage, a beast, yet all-around nice guy, cool guy. He's a free agent. I think he's signed into WWE. He is coming. If anybody that's going to be the interim tribal chief, it should be this dude. Now, there may be a power struggle because him and Solo used to be tag partners in MLW. So it might be a power struggle, but at the end of the day, Jacob Fatu is where it's at. Love Tommy Tonga, love his family, love his brother, but Jacob Fatu is where it's at. And if Zilla, once he mature and get his mind straight, good looking kid, tall, full of muscle, once he get everything straight, he could become the next Rock. I could see him doing movie deals and things like that. I could see him dominating the scene. But meantime, Zilla, Fatu, Tommy Tonga, getting sleepy. Tommy Tonga, and of course you got Solo. You saying that's a new bloodline? You got two men way stronger than Solo, way more powerful, way more forceful, way more charismatic, and can get stuff done and got a record to get some stuff in the industry, and you think it's Solo? Boy, y'all got jokes. Y'all got jokes. I'm Wrestle Bob. I'm Bobby Wrestling, or the Bobby Wrestling podcast. Hey, before you do anything, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, put it on always. If you if you want to, do your thing. Help get these numbers up because I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. We've been doing this for a whole month now, and I want to make sure I make it do what it do, baby. Make sure I get these numbers up because I want to start doing some live broadcasts with the call-in line. So, all right, I'm Bobby Brown, Wrestle Bob, Bobby Wrestling, whatever you call me. I'll holler at you later. Peace.